guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I am going to be doing a book haul slash come book shopping with me. So there are quite a few books that I have been wanting to purchase recently. So I went out actually two different times to bookstores because the first time I went they didn't have all the books that I wanted, and so I ended up going to Barnes & Noble, and then I still had to order one book online because it immediately sold out everywhere. And then I also have some book of the month picks as well. So lots of different books, lots of stuff to talk about. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna cut to some clips of me book shopping earlier this week, and then we will come back and I'll show you guys all the books that I got. It's been a few days since I did that shopping, so I kind of forget what books I got where, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just go into the books. So first up, I have Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. I have read the first two books in the series. The fourth one, I think it comes out later this summer maybe, or I can't remember, but I definitely need to read Lost and Lassoed before I get into it. This is a part of the Rebel Blue Ranch series, and I've enjoyed the series. It's not my absolute favorite, but they're nice and short, and I feel like they're just nice escapism, fun romance books. Also, I'm just obsessed with all the covers on these books. They're like old-timey, kind of like cartoonish, and I just am obsessed with them. And this one has single dad trope, which I love, so I'm very excited for this one. Sticking with our cowboy romance theme, I got Wild Side by Elsie Silver. So excited for this one. So if you guys have watched my channel at all, you know I'm obsessed with Elsie Silver. Fell in love with the Chestnut Springs series. Was that maybe last summer or maybe even the year before? I can't even remember. And then she came out with this series, which is the Rose Hill series. So this is the third book. And this one is about Tabitha. She is the best friend of the girl from the first book, I'm pretty sure. I think this one is Marriage of Convenience or something like that. I can't entirely remember, but Elsie Silver just knows how to write a romance book. She knows how to build tension, write banter. Everything about her books is just so entertaining, and I am so excited to read this one. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the romance genre. So an author I heard a ton about last year and have really been wanting to get into her books is Annabelle Monaghan. So I bought Nora Goes Off Script and Summer Romance. I also already own, what's the other one that she has? I can't remember the name, but I own the other one, and I have been really wanting to get into her books. Everybody that I have like a similar book taste to, that I watch on like BookTube and on Book Talk and stuff, are all obsessed with her books, and so I feel like I'm just gonna love them, especially with the summertime kind of coming up soon. I'm definitely building up my roster of summer romances to read by the beach, by the lake, so added both of these. Very excited for these. Okay, so now the book that I had to order online because I couldn't find it in stores, that is the new Hunger Games book, Sunrise on the Reaping. I cannot wait to read this book. I recently did a Hunger Games reread, and I'm actually going to be posting a video with my whole reading vlog and spoilers and all of that, my reactions and everything. So that will be coming up soon. If you're interested in seeing that, definitely stick around. But this is another one of these spin-offs. So obviously we have the OG trilogy that came out in like 2000, I think it was like around 2009 was when the first book came out. Then Susan Collins took a several year break, and then back in maybe like 2020 or 2021, she came out with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which I'm actually currently reading right now. And that one is about President Snow and his time as a mentor in the games. And then this one is Haymitch's story. And so it's about his time in the games, and it is the 50th Hunger Games. So it was a quarter quell, so there was extra people in it. And I'm just so excited to read this because, especially after reading the first 3 Hunger Games again, like you just develop such a soft spot for Haymitch, even though he obviously has a lot wrong with him and there's a lot of stuff that he deals with. Like you just develop such a soft spot for him, and I feel like I'm going to just fall in love with his character even more in this one. So I cannot wait. As soon as I finish Ballad of Songbirds, I'm jumping right into this one because I'm so excited. Then I purchased the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. First of all, these books are just stunning. Like I cannot wait to have these on my shelves. The spines are gorgeous. The covers are gorgeous. And I'm very, very excited. Earlier this year, I read the Caraval series, which is kind of the intro series into this whole world. They're not like connected series necessarily, but they do take place in the same world. So I read that and I did enjoy it, and so I was really excited to get into this one because everybody says that this series is even better and that like this is the one that you want to read. So I am so excited, even though, like I said, we're approaching summer. I'm still definitely in like my fantasy winter era and just wanting to read fantasy books. So I'm going to stick with that as long as I can before I jump into all the romance books. And the last books I have are actually from Book of the Month. So I had actually 2 free credits. I don't know how I had 2 free credits. And then I also got the Book of the Year. So if you don't know, with Book of the Month, if you are one of the higher up members, you get your choice of one of the Book of the Year nominees. So for that one, I ended up picking Phantasma. I actually had 3 of the other books, I want to say. I had and have already read them. So this was one of the only ones I had not yet read. But I remember hearing really, really good things about this one last year. I'm not sure if this one is going to be a series or not. I can't remember, but I do remember hearing a lot of people loving this. It's obviously a romantasy, or I'm assuming I think it's romantasy. I mean, I know it's fantasy obviously, but I think there's romance in there. And it's about Phantasma, which it says is a competition where contestants rarely escape alive and the victor is granted a single wish. So kind of giving me Hunger Games vibes here, which since reading, I have been like on my Hunger Games like obsession. So actually very, very excited for this one. Hoping that I get to this one soon-ish. I don't know. This one might have to wait until fall when I'm more in a fantasy mood again, but who knows? I can still read fantasy in the summer. Sometimes I still crave a good fantasy in the summer, so we will see. And then the last 2 books that I got from Book of the Month were The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I have now read 2 Kristen Hanna books. I have loved them both, and this is the one that I've been like really, really excited to read because everybody talks about how good this one is. All of Kristen Hanna's books are historical fiction, or at least her more recent books are all historical fiction. All written about very different time periods, but this one is based in France during World War II, and I don't know why, but I always just find historical fiction books about World War II very fascinating for some reason, so I'm really excited for this one, and I know, of course, it is just going to tug at my heartstrings like all of Kristen Hanna's books do. And then the last one I got is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I'm really excited for this one. I saw so many people talking about this book last year and like being obsessed with it. And again, I feel like it is a good, like short and sweet, perfect book for the summer. The cover is stunning. Like it's beautiful. It is the perfect summer book. Pretty sure this one is also a fake marriage. And they like go on vacation or something with his family. He's like really rich. I don't know. I just have heard such good things about this. I've heard the banter is incredible. I've heard people are obsessed with the main girl character. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one. Probably this summer as well. So that is all for my book haul / book shopping. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts are. And yeah, it is slowly starting to warm up here in Chicago, and I'm just feeling the summer vibes coming. I cannot wait for the summer reading season. Obviously going to be heavy into my romance era, but definitely gonna try and sprinkle in some other stuff as well so I don't get too much in a rut reading romance. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.